This is African Real Insights Podcast, where we talk about the process and business behind film and TV content production, hosted by
Hey
Uncle
guys,
Marcus.
I go by the groovy Uncle Marcus. Pass up. I'm the man, I'm your man. What's up, family? This is African Real Insights. And if you're tuning in for the first time, this is that place. Nimekuwa nikisema, if you want to learn camera angles, this is not the place. Nimekuwa nikisema, if you want to learn camera tricks, this is not the place. We are going to teach you the business behind film. We're going to take you through the process as a cinematographer, as a content creator, as a director. But for today, as usual, I normally have guests on my set. So guest wangu leo ni director. Last week nadhani nilikuwa na actor. But this is episode 4, 5, 6, 7 zinakuja kukuja. Musu niulize tuko episode ngapi. So zinakuja kukuja without any further. Inakwanga adu ama ni nini. Sijui anasomanga nini, but drum rolls. This guy has been doing films. He's a director. He's released a project just the other day. It's called Blank Space. Blank space. So, ladies and gentlemen, seated on my right side, he goes as Osteen, but I'll give him the chance to introduce himself. I think I've done good, but we've been friends, and you know, these are contacts and networks I've built for the past decade. So, Osteen being here is honored the call, and we thank you so much. We hope this episode you're going to learn some tricks and tips, because we're going to be focusing on podcast. We're going to be focusing on making short films. We're going to be focusing on the business now in terms of getting endorsements, putting it out into the film, or trying to get clients who actually support your film. How do you go about it? So any tips and tricks, Leo. As usual, 3 tips I'll be giving you also in terms of podcast production. And before we start, tip number one. If you're recording a podcast, you must do a dry run, and when you do a dry run, you confirm your content. So my first tip is always press record, and then you cut when you're told to cut. You don't record it. It's called quick fire. Osteen, without further, before we go in, kindly let's allow Osteen to introduce himself.
Yeah, thank you so much, man.
What's up? Thank you so much for coming here.
Thank you so much for
inviting
me to
Welcome.
the African Real Insights podcast.
Welcome. You can talk to your people, introduce yourself, tell them what you've been up to.
Yeah, my name is Osteen Ocheng. I'm a creative director for the past now 4 years. I have 3 months, then I get into my 5th year.
What? You're doing great so far. I think there's a project you've worked on.
Yeah.
You can tell us about that's Blank Space, you know?
Yeah, so on 28th of February, we released our 3rd project, that's Blank Space.
It all began with the wings I thought I had, and I thought I would fly with. This is my story.
Better replacement, you're saying right now. Pleasure to meet you. I never bluff when I'm interested.
So, why karaoke?
Passion is what drives me. Are you busy tonight? I feel like I need to get to know you better, Tasha.
Trust me, the feeling is mutual. Call it fate, but there he was. In that moment, he felt like my next mistake. So,
it's currently on Internet website, internet.africa. So if you go there to our website, you can watch it at only $1.
$1 to watch your film at Internet. So it's a distribution platform?
So that's our company website. So there we have all our projects there. Specifically this one, we wanted to do an experiment. We wanted to figure out within our community how many people are willing to take a chance and invest in entertainment. How many people are willing to spare that $1 to buy your
film or support your distribution?
Yeah.
That's really cool. That's really great. You said 5 years in the industry, you've already released a film, and you are the cinematographer on set and the director.
So Blank Space, I was the producer and the director.
Okay, producer and director. As usual, you know, here we talk about the business behind films. So I want to ask you, Mr. Producer / Director, who was your cinematographer, and why did you pick this cinematographer first of all? And fun question, I just told you, tip number 1, always press record. Did you lose any footage?
No.
Okay.
Let me talk about my cinematographer.
Okay.
Yeah, so my cinematographer is a long-time friend. So we started out together in 2019. We actually schooled together. His name is Leighton Etienne, aka Layman.
I'll check him out. Shout out later.
Yeah. So apart from him, also another brother of mine. We've been in the game for long. He's called Frederick.
So you had two camera people, two cinematographers on location.
Two cinematographers.
Okay. Footage, walisahau kurecord?
No.
You know, kuna hii myth tunasemanga. If you're a cinematographer, for you to be a proper cinematographer, there are few mistakes you must make. A mistake ni kusahau kufinya record. Let's ask Austin. Austin, have you ever forgotten to press record?
I think there's a time we were doing a dry run just a few weeks ago. Dry run. So fortunately we had two cameras. So I was using Sony. So when you press record after you've after umaliza kuongea, hiyo sauti inatoka. So mwenye alikuwa anaongea, this guy was
not recording at that time the whole time. Oh my god, that's so bad, but I hear you. So that's also it's not a myth, but it's true. If you've ever forgotten to press record, usiogope, usimakosa mbaya sana. So my first point for the podcast here, if you're recording a podcast, is tip number 1: always press record. Austin is talking about his new film that he launched. Namwambia penye mnaweza ipata just for $1. You can go check it out. But let's delve into more conversations in terms of production and content. Austin, I was on set with one of your actors. He honored the venue. Shout out Xander. Xander was a guest on African Real Insight podcast. And in terms of working with the talent and as a producer and director, how's your chemistry with the cinematographer? As a director, what do you normally do together? What paperwork do you prepare with the director? What are you looking for in terms of a proper cinematographer as a director? What would be your go-to green flags? This is someone I can work with.
Yeah, so first of all, I think for the longest time, I've been working with my friends. So until I reached a point, I thought we need to diversify in terms of getting more people on set. We need to also get other talents. So that's when anytime I see someone whom I can work with, I don't know, usually there's just something that tells me, this guy, you can really do something. So I only make a call, then we discuss. Me, I'm always honest. The terms at which I work with someone. So I tell you, especially if it's how do we call it, passion project. It's very difficult to navigate and get someone to align with your vision. So I always be honest about the terms. So I think I've been lucky enough to get very good people around in terms of collaboration, music, actors. It has been good to me.
So what I'm hearing from you is network.
Yeah,
so most of the people you talk to are friends of yours, people you've known or worked with before, and it's a matter of, hey, I'm working on this, and you're very clear and straightforward, so communication. Thank you so much, Austin. And guys, if you've noticed, nyuma yetu kuna setup hapo, you can see a mic and a seat. We are at One Stop Youth Center. It's along Haile Selassie. This is Point 11 Studios, where you can get some audio and visual production going on. The host for us today. So if you want to record something, you want to shoot a podcast, you want to edit a podcast, you want to record a mixtape, an EP, this is the place. And it's in town. They're actually having offers going on currently. But let's continue with the conversation. Xander, as I was saying, talented actor. Yeah. So you've said distribution. You have already a website where you're paying $1 per day.
Yeah.
But in terms of money, in terms of funds and support, did you have sponsors? How did you shoot the film? Even if it was a passion project, how did you go about getting the people to come through? Did you pick people off? Did they have to have gear to come to your set? Or it's just that you're my friend and I know you? How did you get the resources to shoot this film? And then did you pitch it? Or how did the idea come to life? Take me through the process.
Yeah, so first of all about our website. So we are trying to work on a way. So currently we've integrated it with the Gumroad, but we are trying to find a way in Kenyans really like first way of depositing money and stuff. So if we integrate it with M-Pesa, it will be a plus to us. So we are on the ways of making it easier and easier
to pay online.
Yeah. So about how we go about resources. Just resources. Just the same way you can get people to come on your set is the same way you get that money. So first of all, I've never pitched a project to any corporate at this moment. Mostly self-funded. Then I partner with my friends most of the time. Yeah, most of the time. I have this cycle of friends who are very passionate about film.
So your friends have the resources you need. Do you?
So we may not be able to get all of them, but at least they know someone who knows this and that.
Okay.
Yeah. So majority of our films is us coming up together. We need this. We need this. Then sometimes I also do a lot of consultancy. So you have to save to get that stuff that you need, especially when it comes to getting funds to move people around sets. You can't come and charge. Tell someone whom you've called for as an actor to also be part of the funding process. So that's where I.
Oh yeah, you can't call outside help to come and actually fund the.
So you want to make them as comfortable as possible.
Okay.
Yeah. Then apart from that, I also work around with my friends' companies. So we see a way of promoting each other through films. You can promote their products and stuff. You can go to their whatever it is they sell. Yeah, so it's just the network around me.
Okay, so you're talking about funding your film passion projects. This is a big question. How much money have you spent on the previous film? Give me a range, don't give me a number. Let's not stress yourself. So give me a range. How much have you spent so far?
So
on a film in a passion project? Give me a number.
When we were doing last year when we did our first show,
yeah,
we used around 300K.
300K? Yeah. 350 hours, isn't it?
Yeah. Okay. So majority you find, unaweza panga like we are going to use 10,000 here, 1,000 here.
Yeah.
Then you get there, nothing is not there. You need something
to improvise.
Yeah, or improvise. But sometimes you must at a cost.
True.
So sometimes loan comes in, you have to pay it later, which is a very bad idea.
I know. Once I'm getting a loan to actually shoot a film, if you're not sure about the end, you will need to make it or not.
One of the worst ideas.
But you're doing so well, my brother. You're doing so well. I like the energy. I think I'm looking forward to more of your projects and even more collaborations in the future. Yeah. As we continue with the conversation, let me give my audience our tip number 2. Location. So there are a couple of locations if you're trying to shoot a podcast, if you're trying to put yourself out there, a couple of locations you can utilize. As I've mentioned earlier, we are at Point 11 Studios. This is one-stop youth center. Number 2, you can also go to CC Hub, iHub, Jahazi Building, that's James Gishuru. And lights, cameras, and locations are the most crucial parts. So these places I'm talking about will give you access to these things. They'll give you the lights, they'll give you the cameras, and give you the ability to shoot your content. So tip number 1, nishawapatia. Tip number 2, nimewapatia. Number 1 imekuwa, don't forget to press record and always cut when you're told to cut. Don't quick fire. Austin, you can bring some life into that. If quick fire wanasikia ni nini? Ebu tell them.
This is when you cut, you stop recording in between questions. Yeah, so at least you should just record the whole thing, make it flawless. And as natural as possible. Even if, especially podcast, I've realized, especially Kenyan audience like things that they relate with. So even if I make a mistake and fall down during a podcast, just include it there. People love it.
I agree. I like it so much. I like that card. So as we continue, I'm going to give you your third tip as we wind up. But on that note, being natural, being authentic, and being real when you're telling stories. Also, you're a director and I'm a cinematographer, aspiring. Maybe in the future I might direct something. Because for now I've been doing short films, passion projects, as you're saying.
Yeah.
As a director, working with a cinematographer, what's your thought process when in location? What are you thinking about? Because for me as a cinematographer, I'm thinking about how are we going to make the audience feel with the shots? What mood is the talent in this specific moment? Is she angry? Is she happy? That's what I'm thinking. I'd like to know, how do you work with your talent on location? What are you thinking about? And then you can give us, Xander alikuwa anatuambia he always has his lines. That was his tip. Save time for your client by getting your lines very fast. So how was Xander on set and how was it working with him? Give us a scenario of how you direct. Put us through that element, that process.
Yeah, so first of all, just to digress, when you are doing a passion project, let's call it a passion project, you first of all you need to ensure that all your venues are free.
All your venues are free.
So it will save you a lot. Then when it comes to directing, these are the things I consider. First of all, the story. I've learned to pay attention to the story first. Then after I get the story, I go to the cast, then locations. These three things.
Hold up.
I
So story,
the story,
pre-production,
yeah,
cast,
location,
location.
then locations.
Continue.
So at least when you find these three, these other things may come in more easier. Then after that, working with cinematography. First of all, you must make sure that as a director, you as an individual in the cinematography, you guys are friends.
Oh, hold. So guys, I don't know if I'll get the footage. Should I speak about it? I've been on set with Osteen. I've remembered. This is, what's the name of that film we did? Osteen. Vengeance of Whispers. Vengeance of Whispers. The film is was done by Filamujwani. And let me just put it out there, although he won't tell you. We were doing a ghost story and Osteen was directing trainer on location. And he was working closely with the director. I was leading the cinematography team. We shot for 2 days. It was 2 days continuous. It was Friday, Saturday. It was Friday we started and then Saturday we finished at night. So on location, there's this stunt where the ghosts start to vanish. So Osteen took charge and I really liked that side. It was like, guys, come here. Everyone was being told what to do. Even the director was so calm. It was like, so what do we do here? And on post, if you see that effect they tried to post, it was a lot of blocking. So that's why I really liked about him, because whatever he's telling is true. You must lock the story. In his head, you already knew how it's going to look on post. Continue, Osteen. Now your process as with the cinematographers now, just to digress on that.
Then after you get your story, you need to do something I've been assuming for the longest time, and I realize it's very important.
What is that?
You must have your storyboard right. Even if you don't draw, but you need to figure out, have a picture representation of how you're going to achieve that shot.
Are you incorporating? Because that's a free tip I give you. How are you doing with the AI one?
So yeah, AI works. That
would be the best, isn't it?
So even if you get a shot from there, you're going to get an perfect shot. Maybe your location you can't achieve that, but you can try a way of achieving whatever it is that you have. It will help you. So when you include your cinematographer, that's now when you use camera to also tell your story. Apart from just the actor and the location, you also use your camera to still tell the story.
Yes.
So there are different genre. This the way you set up your camera, different genre, the mood of the current scene.
Yes.
And then with the
shot size, even color.
Yeah. So that's just it's a detailed narratives of how you do it. So we can't really speak about all of them. But when it comes to just give me a random genre.
Action, drama.
Let's do drama.
Drama.
So when you're doing something like a drama, you need to liaise with your cinematography that this is a very intense scene. You don't want any movement. You just want to listen to the character. Yeah. So just leave your camera. Then let's focus on the story. Sometimes you need movement.
To enhance the story.
Yeah. So
sometimes you don't.
Yeah. Sometimes you can want the cinematographer. This thing might only get it once. So focused on the first take. Yeah.
Okay. So let's try fix on the story and always focus on collaborating with the cinematographer.
Yeah,
ideally. Storyboard, you told me you used to take it for granted, and so far, just give the people watching, how has it helped improve your business by making it? How is it made your life easier? Give me a scenario.
Yeah. So when I was doing the show, you get on set, you have to take like 2 hours just thinking about how can I achieve this shot in this location. So when you have your storyboard, then come to the venue at least prior. When you get on set, you just only take like very few minutes to set up. Then apart from that, you need to be sure that you are getting all your angles. Sometimes you get doing post-production, then you realize, I really needed this shot.
And they don't have it.
Yeah, so when I was doing now this, the latest film I was doing, I realized out of my short list, I only missed like three shots.
That's better, that's cool, yeah.
Yeah, so but the previous one, you had to improvise during post-production, which is
go download
very frustrating. Yeah?
Okay, yeah. Okay. Thank you so much, Austin. Guys, I'm gonna give you the third tip. Tip number 3 when you're recording your podcast and doing content creation. Austin nimeshawapatia number 1 ni mfinye record. Number 2 nimwambia nimchague location. Why are you gonna be doing this? And choose a location that's favoring you. Austin amesema lazima ufikirie story alafu location pia zikuwe free. Nini ingine ilikuwa ikuwe free Austin hapo? Story.
If you're going to pay your team, if you have the money,
they could also.
Sometimes you can't really pay them.
Yeah. So that's being said also, if you can get gear for free and you can get space for free, why not? So those locations I've given you, also jump into there. And tip number 3, when you're doing your podcast or content creation, I'm going to tell you this, always prepare. So do your hook first, or always have a hook. Plan to shoot your hook for marketing and distribution. Hook ni nini? Ni nini utafanya na huyu jamaa ndo watu wakuja waone hii video yako? Ni nini itafanya wasimame wa watch hii video yako? Promote your content. So your hook can also be the content that you're going to use to cross promote your content through social platforms. Kuna kitu Calligraph Jones alisema juu ya msanii mwingine, ilikuwa nani? Alisema msanii ni mlezi juu yote watu mangoma but are promoting. So that's the same thing with most podcasters. We normally release an episode and put it on YouTube and we think it's gonna sell. So that's the other tip I'd give you. Prepare, do promo video, do a hook. Before you shoot, you can record it. After you shoot, you record your hook. So for today, tips za podcasters za kurecord a podcast mwapea 3. There's some myths also we've tackled with the Austins. Amwambia pia process yake as he's creating content. And I want to touch on something as he's finishing up his project, his recent project with his blanks. It's called Blank Space, right?
Yeah.
Blank Space project. He was a producer and he was also the director on location. So he told it's a lot of passion projects. He goes, he works with a team of people. So I want to ask him this in terms of business. Let's see what he says, and is it beneficial or not? Austin, you've been working for 5 years, it's half a decade almost. So I'm curious, do you have a company? Do you own any gear? What's your thought on that? Do you believe you should own gear? Because most of my people are always asking, is that your camera? Is that your sound? So should you buy cameras? Should you own gear? And then nimekuuliza kampuni. Umeregister kampuni. Do you own a company also? Tell our audience, is it better to own a company? Is it better to own gear as we wind up?
Yeah, so actually I've done for the past 4 years without any gear.
You own no gear.
No gear.
What?
It's just a laptop.
Hello. Okay. So is it healthy though? Are there any challenges that comes with this?
So this is very depends with the kind of job that you do. If you are one person that you have to get into film each and every day, like in 30 days you can get into on set more than 20 days, 25 days. I think you have to own your own gear because renting will be very expensive. But if you're somebody just doing 1 gig a month, 2 or 3, not as much, then consider renting. So it actually depends with a lot of, because sometimes you can't save to get that one gear that you need.
And they're always updating.
Yeah, FX3 is around 700,000 and you really need it. So until when do you save to achieve that? So it really depends with the kind of job that you do.
Okay.
Yeah, renting will be very expensive. But if you're somebody just doing 1 gig a month, 2 or 3, not as much, then consider renting. So it actually depends with a lot of, because sometimes you can't save to get that one gear that you need.
And they're always updating.
Yeah, FX3 is around 700,000 and you really need it. So until when do you save to achieve that? So it really depends with the kind of job that you do.
Okay.
Yeah, then
Well
about registration of the
Company. Do you own a company?
Yeah, I own a company.
Have you registered it?
Insenat Works, yes.
What's your company name?
Insenat Works. Insenat.
You will share. We're going to put all these links of everything you've been talking about down here below. Insenat Works. So it's registered?
Yeah.
You've employed a couple of people?
No, I outsource. So anytime I need a photographer, I speak to someone. So I have this cycle, this community of people who film. Some of them are versatile. They get into cinematography. They also write. They do photography. Audio guys.
Okay.
Yeah. So this whole community. They also have their own stuff that they do. So anytime you have this kind of gigs, you collaborate. Yeah. Then you are talking about, just to digress, about how to promote your content.
Yeah, as a podcaster, how do you promote your content?
Yeah,
how
just,
could we
just
promote?
not only promoting your podcast. I came to realize that anytime you're starting a film, during pre-production, you must also think about how you're going to market it in the end and how you're going to distribute it.
Well said.
Yeah.
And this is, if you notice, this is something that we do the opposite. We tend to think about it after
about
shooting.
it later. Yeah, so you need to have those behind the scenes. You need to have just someone who is in charge of marketing. So you'll realize most of the productions, they do these things on set, then they can shoot for the hourly, then do post-production another hourly, then
It takes time.
then after 2 years, that's when you see behind the scenes for a movie that was shot 2 years
It's
ago.
still.
And they post them as if it was done just yesterday.
Social media for us, I feel like we need more on the go content.
Yeah, then it needs also aggressiveness. You need to, most of the time I've realized, to sell a ticket to someone to come and watch your show, it's hell of a job.
Like selling drugs, bro.
You need to convince them. And it doesn't happen when you post once on your status. You may post, then I'll just come and buy tickets.
Once.
Or you post a link once, then I'll just go click it and watch it, the whole of it. So you need to post it several times until such, okay, well, let me
watch. I get.
Yeah.
So, Austin, back still on you. I'm curious about Blank Stairs. I haven't had the opportunity to watch it. I know you went to do the premiere in Machakos. Yeah, and I think it was a huge thing. So I want to ask you to just give us the audience, if they wanted to watch it, give us a synopsis. What is it about? What's the story?
Yeah.
And then repeat again, where can we get it? And then you can also give them your handles where they can reach you and subscribe as we wind up.
Yeah, so blank space. I've been waiting to talk about blank space.
Yeah, will tell us what it's about.
Yeah, so blank space is psychological. It's a drama. So it's about a young lady who lost her power through assault. Then she's trying to regain her power.
Hold up, bro. I'm lost. Her power.
Yeah.
Superhero.
Yes. No. So I think in my team I work with so many ladies.
True.
Yeah. So it's a blessing in a way that I can really get that information. Then the film was written by a lady. She's named Dir Osteen.
Hi, Vivian.
Yeah. So when she came up with the storyline, she gave me the script, and I said, "This is a very nice story." So when I talk about women who are assaulted, it's
gender-based violence.
It's normally not about the sex. It's all about how they loses their power through it.
Emotional.
So yeah, so that power, so is what our film is all about, dynamics of power. So it starts with a lady, she's there, it gets to a point where she can't recognize herself anymore. Then at one point she grows and realizes her power, then regains it back. So that's the synopsis. Go watch it there at insanat.africa. Yeah, our website, for me $1.
Oh, and for the website, are you guys open to, if I wanted to put my movie on your website, how much would it cost me?
So
Is there a way you can do that also?
we can do that. That I think we can, depends with a lot of stuff. So
There's a lot of nitty-gritties though.
Yeah, we can talk about how we can do it. Definitely we are going to do it.
Okay. And also, where can your people get you, the community? You can shout out and anything
So
as we wind up.
on all social media platforms except Facebook.
It just give us once your zero
Yeah,
pressure.
so on Instagram at Director Osteen.
Director
DIR
Osteen.
_ Osteen, OSTEEN.
You're on IG alone? LinkedIn? YouTube?
On LinkedIn, you can find me at Osteen Chim.
Okay. And YouTube?
Then YouTube, you can find Insanat Works.
It works. So guys, I think we've come to the end of our session. And if you're tuning in for the first time, unashinda kijana amevaa nini? Yeah, this is Kibe Vibes in Film. This is African Real Insights. I go by the groovy Uncle Marcus. Pasa. I'm the man. So what's up, family? This is the end. This is the closing session. Austin has been with us. He's talked about his process. He's talked about his movie. He's talked about working with artists and cinematographers. He's promoted his new film, Blank Spaces, on YouTube. I've also gave you a couple of tips and tricks. Austin has also added some tips and tricks on shooting your podcast, even to marketing your podcast. If we go reverse, number 3, imekuwa ni marketing. Always have your hook. Number 2, tumwambia kitu hapo, yo naruka, wewe utaniambia hapo comment section. Na number 1, ni ufinye record na usifanye quick fire makosa. This quick fire makosa can also affect you when you're doing your music video. That was my first mistake in this industry. I was doing a music video for a guy called Maverick. And when I was doing this song,
you're posting in between, eh?
Bro, this guy is doing something wrong. Cut. Songa, kuja hivi. Cut. Anza tena. Hey, cut. I suffered.
You end up with so many clips, eh?
They're just, you synchronize the same place. So many clips, cut, synchronize. So it was a blunder, it was a mess. But thank you so much, Austin, for tuning in and
Thank
coming.
you so much too for the invite.
for honoring African Insights podcast.
enjoyed this,
You've enjoyed? Thank you so much. Guys, without further ado, I hope you've enjoyed also. You've learned a couple of things. The gaiters are available. You can get them one of one bloom ships. The gloves also available. You can get them on one of one bloom ships. I go by the groovy Uncle Marcus. This has been African Real Insights podcast. Salute. Till next time.
This is African Real Insights podcast, where we talk about the process and business behind film and TV content production, hosted by Uncle Marcus.